Elder Distaggio here, and hey, it's Wednesday. That means it's hump day. That means it's time for some dirty play. First off, go ahead and check out this video after this one, Expedition PvP Strategy Breach Part 1. Check that video out. Also, a new video release schedule. I'll be releasing Castle Clash videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting this weekend. I kind of followed that last week too. But now what we're going to do is a little Dirty Play Turbo. Dirty Play Turbo. Here's the quest I got to deal with. And let's go knock out these quests. And you guys can kind of see where my account's at. The heroes I use for completing the quests. I'm going to do one arena. Only one. I'm not going to make you sit through 5 arenas. I pretty much do the same thing 5 times in a row anyways. So I did, the one cheater I did there is I had all my little orky guys all hired up there. And when I have to do the hero trial quest, guess what? I just start it and end it, and I complete the quest. Meaning you don't actually have to sit through a whole hero trials. So I actually never do hero trials except for when I'm questing, and when I am questing I do it in the shortest possible way that I can. So I start it and I end it. And I'm going to do 6 straight dungeons here, and I got this playing at like serious high speed. It's probably something like 4 or 5 times speed, just to show you that I do Dungeon 840 Shard the same way, every time, the exact same. I don't vary it whatsoever, and I just keep running this one over and over and over and over again. I drop with a Reaper first in that corner, and if I want to get a little fun and crazy, I'll drop the Dragon first in the exact same spot. If I want to get really crazy, I'll drop the Minotaur in the same spot. It's just, you basically have to drop a high hit point hero. I do not drop Pumpkin Duke first anymore like I used to, just because every now and then you take a little bit too much aggro and getting whacked. And I don't want to whack my heroes. And so I am going to do a gem refresh there on the dungeons just to get the 6th one out of the way. I will not do another 5 in a row because guess what? I do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Like the Energizer Bunny, except it's Castle Clash and not an Energizer and not a bunny. Next up, what do we got here? Finish that, do this, do that. There's those. Those are done. Now we got a raid. So let's go raid. And I did gem through the whole raid for 1.2 million gold. I just sometimes don't have time to do that. And guys, it would take me literally forever. Boom! Look at that Minotaur taking out that base. That was sweetness. Every now and then, I will drop the Pumpkin Duke first, and I'll use my magic, Guardian Angel, Ari's for Frenzy, or over and over and over again. If it's a full army camp, I'll drop the Pumpkin Duke first, so I'll get a super stack going and allow that base to get cleared super fast. Again, I typically only use 2 magics, but every now and then I get a little bored and drop out the old Ari's Fervor, and every now and then I'll heal and whatnot as well as needed. There I did lose the Pumpkin Duke. You said a little X on the Pumpkin Duke right there, level 151. That means I lost him, so I do need to go revive that sucker because I need to do one more raid. Dope. Thought I had to do only 3, and turns out it was 4 3-star raids. And see, yeah, it looks like I'm going to drop in right over here. Come on down. A little Ice Storm for fun. I mean, come on, guys. You got to have a little spice in life, right? And almost done with the quest. Am I done? Am I done? Oh, Here Be Monster. We got to do Here Be Monster. This I do let run out, of course. And if I'm short on time, I'll run Here Be Monster H. If I got a little bit more time, I want to hire troops, I'll go I. And most days I end up just doing J over and over and over again, and this base isn't very good for J. I do use a slightly different variation on this base for J, and you can see I'm actively moving the camera around for you so you're not staring at the ground. This is the Dirty Bastard base, by the way, which is awesome for H. The reason why it works really good for H is because there's not a Spirit Mage in any of the waves, and there's not any ranged area of effect, in fact. And so you can put all your buildings together. There's no reason to not have all your buildings together away from your base, because now any future waves are going to have absolutely 0 momentum, and I will have absolutely all the momentum, because all of the wave right now, wave H4, they're going to aggro onto my tower, and then my heroes are going to come out and they're going to start proccing away. Because there's no buildings between this wave and my heroes, they don't get to build any energy up. And Dragon. I do have the Dragon. As you can see, I didn't use the Dragon for anything. I don't use the Dragon very often. I rarely use the Dragon for anything. It does help in Here Be Monster I and J, though. Just a little bit. If it procs, it can clear a whole J5. I had that happen today. Dragon cleared the whole J5. And hey, let's go claim these rewards, and boom, there we go. And then we get the bonus. We get 2,000 honor badges, 25 blue books, 8 purple books. And I am going to do the arena here just to kind of show you what I do, and I only do the arena like twice a day. It's right before or after questing, and I do the same thing over and over and over again. Same heroes. Again, I don't really use the dragon that much, and I always go center, start center, go there. Most people's defenses are down. The lower path, dirty down, and so I like to go dirty middle, which is my highest sort of, I'll call it a DPS team, but it's probably more, it's a ranged area of effect team is what it is. So I use Reaper, Spirit Mage, Cupid, Pumpkin Duke, Druid, Minotaur. And there I did actually go head to head, but I lucked out on the Minotaur proc, 50-50 chance on winning that, and luck happened to go my way, and so we'll clear that. That's it. So that's all I was going to show you today, but then, you know what? Why not just do some Ultra Super Turbo Expedition mode? Now, I am in the middle of an expedition series, which is more highly edited and more fine-tuned and whatnot. And I will cover various breach techniques, so be sure to check out. Right now, the current video that's up is part 1. I'm working on part 2. And part 1 and part 2 were done on the same day. I went R1 through R5 in the first part, and I'm going R6 through R10 in the second part. And it was all done in one day. It's just that it's being edited and released separately. And so you can see here just one thing that you should constantly be doing is ending battle, ending battle, ending battle. Try a breach point, end battle. Okay, don't want to lose a hero, because if you lose a hero and they die in expedition mode, you do not get to use them in expedition mode for the rest of the day. So all those heroes right there that have X's on them, they can no longer be used for me. They were my scrubs though. So sometimes what I do is I like to get through R1, 2, and 3 using my scrubs, meaning my duplicate heroes that I don't really care about. And then I'm going to run in with my whole main team, and I just didn't have a good day. This was done yesterday. I was intentionally going as fast as I possibly could, and I did all of my expedition mode in about 10 minutes real time, and I sped it up, and I only got through I think about R5 or R6, but again, that was me rushing. I really didn't have time to like strategically go through it. I was happy to get that one out of the way there with only losing the old Druid and Thunder God. So hey, as always, that was a fun little Dirty Plan Hump Day. Keep it dirty and dirty up.